the sun runs high. There's a place where hearts and spirits fly. I'm a survivor stands for all who've been through. A second chance, a promise, pure and true. They take the broken, the battered, the lost, love without measure, no counting the cost. Every hoof and paw gets the life it deserves, a pasture of hope where kindness curves. We're all survivors of something you see, bound by the winds of destiny. Together we heal, together we thrive, and I'm a survivor. We're keeping dreams alive. The rooster crows at the break of dawn. Life rolls on, the pain is gone. Each animal here gets its own sweet song. A family where all the broken belong. Stretching fences and wide open skies, where love's the language that never lies. Each soul that walks through those gates of grace finds a home, a heart, a safe new space. We're all survivors of something you see, bound by the winds of destiny. Together we heal, together we thrive, and I'm a survivor. We're keeping dreams alive. The rooster crows at the break of dawn. Life rolls on, the pain is gone. Each animal here gets its own sweet song. A family where all the broken belong. We're all survivors of something you see, bound by the winds of destiny. Together we heal, together we thrive, and I'm a survivor. We're keeping dreams alive. Dreams alive. We're all a survivor. We're keeping dreams alive.
Whew. I'm also sort of considering myself a survivor today because
Hold on.
I have over. Not,
I am the survivor of the day.
well, the reason I call myself a survivor is because you had me on 2 outings. Jamie wanted to get out of the house this weekend for just a couple of little day trips. So that's fine. We had 2 wonderful days and had all. Why are you laughing? 2 day trips.
Because you're like,
It's
Jamie's
okay.
got to get out of the house. Like, you make it sound
No,
like I just
no.
hate home so much.
No. Let me take it back. We were very blessed to have found us a few hours each day this weekend to get out of the house and live a little. Because
There you go.
how does it go again? You should never get so busy trying to make a living that you forget to make a life. And so Jamie sometimes has to remind me of that. And sometimes we get so busy making a living. Cheers to you and cheers to you all. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys have had a wonderful, restful, and relaxing weekend. But I speak for the 2 of us that we can't hardly walk. And that is true.
I walked 22,000 steps today.
Jamie,
That is the record of the decade for me.
22,000 steps.
So far.
Most people's goal is 10,000 when they start a workout program for walking. If they get lucky, they can get 15,000 in and just brag to the world.
Most days
And
I
here
have
you
to
are.
work to get 10,000, and I've been slacking lately. And today I walked, which makes me a survivor
Oh, God.
because it wasn't just like browsing that I was doing; it was finding Waldo. And
Well-
Waldo happens to start with a less and end with the
Oh,
stir.
me, I'm Waldo.
You're Waldo.
Oh, I thought you were looking for special gifts, not
No, I was looking for Lester. It was like the game of the day. And then it ended with I had 1% battery left, which he knew. And he was like, babe, I'm going to go back to the car. You finish this last area that you want to do, but I'm going to go and I'm going to turn on my scooter and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to charge my phone before we drive
me.
home.
Yes.
And
yes.
he's like, and I'll have the car cooled off for you whenever you get there.
Yes.
I not only did one building, I did 3 buildings and like a whole area of of tents and things like that out there. I did it fast because I can. They were also, some people had given up on today, which I'll talk about later. But I did all of that, and then I stopped to get myself a snow cone, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be late. Lester's gonna be dangling here. And then my phone rings 3 times in a row, and as I answer, it's like, I lost, and I can't hear him. And I get a text and a voicemail of like, I'm lost. I can't find the car. I don't know how to get back to the car. And it's pure panic, and my phone dies. So I'm like, well, gonna just eat this snow cone and walk back to the car and see how long Lester takes to get there.
So I still had my scooter, and I was literally, sometimes they say like people when they get lost in the woods, they end up making circles.
Mister, I have a great sense of direction.
Well,
I can find my way into anywhere and out of anywhere.
This is what's kind of funny about this is because the place I kept finding myself was right back where we went our separate ways. So that is my sense of direction.
It's no sense of direction. You were like, dude, where's my car today?
Listen, so what I had to do was when we stopped this morning at the donut shop, which is right on the outskirts of this very large 450-acre flea market. So what I did was, instead of panicking, instead of getting all mad and all weird, instead of just sitting there crying like a baby, I went to my GPS and I typed in donut shop. Literally on my phone, donut shop. And then when I found the one that we had stopped at this morning, I typed in walking directions. Because knowing that if my GPS could walk me to the donut shop, it was right outside the entrance where we parked. Boom. And it did. It walked me, or in this case, I maneuvered my way all the way over there. And the GPS, what a modern marvel. What a modern marvel. Listen, the GPS turned me down and in and out of all of these buildings. Guys, GPS told me turn here, and I'm literally turning into a building. I'm driving myself down you don't believe me.
Here's what's funny.
No,
but here's
because
what's funny.
I screen recorded it.
Here's what's funny.
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Lester could have literally
I knew you
typed,
wouldn't believe me.
where did I park my car? And his phone would have led him to where we parked the car, first of all. Second of all, never again will I go to an event that big and allow him to be separate, because it was like a child. And last time we did anything like this, when we went to Round Top, he wore a neon.
This is me. This is me. That's inside the gosh darn. That is inside the gosh darn. What do you call that place again?
First Monday.
It's taking me into buildings. It's taking me through buildings. That's me following the GPS. That's not a road. Those are not roads.
Okay,
Those are trails around buildings.
We're investing.
And that's me.
We're investing in air tags.
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
We're investing in air tags, and we're also investing in those battery packs that you can charge your phone to while you're there, because it does struggle for signal, specifically in storms. So your phone gets drained much faster than usual. And we were live for a while, but you know those kid backpacks that they make that also like
they tether. You're going to tether me to you.
That you can like.
I'm not going to be tethered. I'm not going to be like your.
I'm
LA
tethering
hooker.
him to me, and I'm giving him an air tag. All the above. I won't put it in a dog collar. You can put it in your shoe. It's fine. Or your wallet, anything. But
it starts off with an air tag. Then next thing you know, she's going to be leaving her toothbrush at my house. I'm kidding. That's a joke. That some people don't get that joke. Some people get my humor and some people don't.
oh my
Listen,
God.
I don't know how you can completely ignore the weather of today, though. Guys, we started off on a beautiful day. Now, don't remember, we're in Tornado Alley. Now, here we're not. Right here, we're not. We get very rare tornadoes here, but we had traveled so far north that now we are in Tornado Alley. And we saw firsthand how fast Mother Nature can turn and strike.
Oh, I have a better idea for this. Hold on. I know that you're talking about this, but I have a squirrel Lester moment. I have to say it. I'm also going to get a shirt with my picture on it that says, if I'm not with her, text my location to this number. And like, if
boy, you're going to
lost,
find
call,
all kind of ways to lock me down. Next thing you
if
know,
lost,
you'll
call
have
Jamie.
with the arrows, I'm with her.
Yeah.
And your shirt says I'm with him. And I have to stand there holding my Bible in one hand.
No,
and I'm with her.
but
sorry, I'm taken.
the shirt idea is genius. You know it is. If lost, call Jamie.
And I'll just carry my Bible over here. It's bad enough she wanted to hold hands while I'm on a scooter.
Oh, no. I didn't
I'm
want
on
to
a
hold hands to be
scooter and
romantic.
she wants to hold hands.
I wanted to hold hands because he kept getting lost. Half of my steps today were searching for Lester. And then he totally messed with me and was like, I'm right by the fishing rods, blah, blah, blah. And I get there and he's not there. Anyway, back to the weather. We were in some crazy.
Listen, I'm just curious. Have you guys ever seen a porta potty? Have you ever seen a porta potty take flight? Have you ever seen a porta potty take flight?
I need to go let her in. Like,
yeah. Thank you, Lord, that there was nobody in the porta potty. But here's the crazy thing. Someone could have been. Now, if someone had been inside of it, it may not have taken flight. But I witnessed porta potties taking flight, flipping over, tents falling down. And so people actually have seen porta potties fly. Okay. Well, they do, y'all. They take off like a balloon if you're not. And yeah, so thank you, Lord. There was no child or no one inside of these things. But I got some pretty remarkable video that I'll share tomorrow. I've shared way too much with our lives and stuff today. But no, it was not a tornado.
No, it was just a storm.
It was just a storm.
But it was
that had
unbelievable.
some serious gusting winds and scary. And seeing people duck for cover. Jamie had cars who were acting like idiots trying to speed out of the parking lot.
I had the whole flea market flying by my face.
I'm going to get Stella, and I'm not going to let her play those games with us right now.
Okay. So I have video of I held onto a steel beam today to not blow away. And I actually caught video of the front that came in that I've never seen anything like it. I can't wait to share it with y'all tomorrow because I stood out there and I was like, I am not in a good position, but I was too far from anywhere else to go before this thing blew in. So I got stranded in a spot that wasn't the best spot. And I literally held on to a steel beam today too.
So, something interesting is Jamie has apps on her phone where if we get bad weather here, she's alerted. She even has it set up to alert her when bad weather comes to Plum Grove so we can let the family know. However, we did not have our alert set up to Canton, Texas.
Hold on. Also, the cell phone signal in those metal buildings was challenging.
Yeah, that's true.
And so many people in a condensed area. I don't feel like the cell phone towers handled things very well today at all. Even when it said we had good service, we didn't have good service, which is why my live was blurry and it was crazy today. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't get notified. And all of a sudden I look out and I'm like, that looks bad. That looks bad. But I was so far. And
then Jamie was on the outskirts of the facility, but I was on the inskirts, if that makes any sense. I was inside the downtown area of the flea market because there are downtown areas and then there's the suburbs, then there's the country, and she was out in the country. But the thing is, where I was at taking my cart back, what's wrong? I was returning my
Tell
car
him why you were returning your card.
to charge my batteries.
No, but what was your theory on instead of just parking the cart outside the car?
Yeah, because why? Because you charge you by hour. So
he didn't want to be charged, so he like risked his life to save how many dollars?
$9 an hour. So half an hour, so $4.50. It is what it is, Jamie. That's just, I'm frugal. I'm a frugal kind of guy. There's nothing wrong with that. But the point of my story is, you keep taking me away from the point of my story. The point of my story is that I actually had, they actually sounded an all call. There's a PA speaker system set up where I was at, and it said it was a woman, and she says, attention, first Monday, vendors and shoppers, whatever, blah, blah, blah. She goes, we have weather. We have weather coming our way. Now would be a good time to secure your belongings. I don't remember what she said, because honestly, I looked around and it didn't look like it was that scary. I did not see until I saw it. And you ought to see the video that she caught, because Jamie was on the side where it came from. And so I'm on the back side of the buildings, and I'm just like looking around as I'm driving through, beep, beep, and didn't notice really anything. So I wasn't in that big of a panic. And all of a sudden, I was in the middle of everything. And what was scary was I was over on the side where they had the big playground area for the kiddos. And so here's the thing. I'll play a video tomorrow that you're not.
He had an overhead speaker say that. I was way out back where there was no overhead speaker that said that.
No, that's what I was trying to say. I at least had a semi-warning.
I walked out and I was like, that looks bad. That looks really bad. And then I start looking around at all of the things that are flying objects and projectiles, and the fact that I'm in a space with no walls, and I'm in it, and I have nowhere to go. Literally nowhere to go.
So we did hear a couple of sirens later, but around where I was at when it happened, there was nobody who was hurt. Everyone was scared, but no one was hurt. And I think you said the same thing.
Yeah. You'll see in the video tomorrow. It was just a very unpredictable, came out of nowhere situation that left as fast as it came, but it left mass destruction. Like, I felt sorry for the people, and you'll see the aftermath of it, because I say this in my video. I feel like it followed me there. Like, I feel like I brought a cloud today, because it wasn't a normal storm, and people were saying like, this has never happened. I've been doing this for 25 years, or I rented this space before, and like, people were pumping water out of places and sweeping water out of places. And like, it was an uncharacteristic day for them, apparently. And it just so happened to be the first and only day that Lester and I were there.
Someone is so kind. They just gifted 10 of your people memberships to your channel. Guys, you don't have to do that. That's very kind of you. But
don't make me cry.
I
cried a lot today already.
Let's focus on something besides that, though, because it's okay. You were always welcome to cry. Put your head on my shoulder. Are you joking me? Oh, singing. That reminds me. We can play a game. Jamie got very annoyed with me. Let me tell you how it all started. I actually have a little video clip. Let me stick it on here. I will tell you where all of the annoying things came from. It all happened at this moment right here.
Dude. Oh, she's going to be so excited. Bubbles. What a fun box.
Well,
a bracelet on there.
I will admit, this is probably a good buy. Look, there's a kazoo.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah. So you all see it too. And I have not put a kazoo into my mouth in, God, when's the last time you've kazooed? So
many moon ago.
So we discovered this kazoo in the mystery box on Saturday. And so when we came home, and I'm over here playing around with the mystery box, digging through there, seeing what kind of things I wanted out of it, I pulled out the kazoo. Is it kazoo or gazoo? Okay. I pulled out the kazoo, And I did not realize that I'm actually really good with these things, like really good. And I'm actually so good that I would actually love to challenge you to a kazoo off, if you will.
A kazoo off?
Jamie got very.
You have them in your pocket?
I do, because I've been practicing. So
Let me apologize.
If I end up dominating, I have the one that I already opened, and I have one that I have not opened.
Oh, mine's probably broken.
Please tell me it's not. So we have to share one. So in saying so, what I would like to do is a fun game. It's called Follow Me. And then you guys, as a honest audience,
It still works.
as an honest audience, you have to put girl code away. No girl code right now. Girl code away. I will hum a tune, and then you must hum that tune. And then you guys, as an honest audience, friends of ours,
I feel like they're all about to become survivors.
friends of ours will vote on who plays it or who kazoos it the best. Who kazoos it the best, okay?
Kazoos it.
Kazoos it.
We're going to call the game Kazoos it.
All right. You call it whatever you want to, but we could call it Name That Tune. That could be a different live. So just hear this, okay? And then you have to copy it.
You sure you don't want them to guess what it is first?
You can guess if you want to. Go by all means, guess, okay? Could you look over there? I don't need eyes. I don't need you looking at me. If you keep doing your head like that.
I can't stop laughing at what's about to go down right now.
If you keep bobbing your head, laughing, stop it. I'm trying to be serious here. Okay. Here we
What 55-year-old man gets lost on a scooter all day and then
I lost it. I've lost it. I don't know why you even watch this channel. That was my favorite part. I have worked on that part so hard. Jamie, it's hard for me. And I was doing so good until you're right here beside me. I'm going to try it again.
God, no.
Please. I have to do This is the hardest part. I can do it. Stop looking at me. Give me my shades.
I'm crying for all kinds of other reasons now.
Please. You're going to do it next.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Hold on. This is almost it. It's almost over. Oh,
Play
I'm
ball.
sweating.
Oh,
Where's my hat? Oh, God. Listen.
oh, I'm choking.
It was so much better
Oh my
before
God.
I had to go live with it. That's like people who like practice for movies, like Hollywood actors. They probably in the mirror they do
Oh.
so good.
I laughed so
And
hard I
then-
almost threw up. Oh my God.
Well, your turn.
I'm not doing that.
You're gonna have to.
Why do I have to? You just did it for everybody.
Then you have to do a tune.
I have to do it.
Anna Marie, you were right on.
Oh.
I don't think anyone else guessed it except for Anna Marie. I don't know. I wasn't able to read. Once I got to laughing and my eyes got
My
watering.
stomach literally hurts from that. That's the first time I have laughed that hard in so long.
Listen, the problem is people are watching me. When it's just Hank and the dogs, the girls,
It's fine.
they're an amazing
It's
audience.
totally fine.
But when you start shaking and quivering, I'm watching you quiver over there. And even if you turn away, I see the back of your head quivering.
Well-
I'm like, oh my Lord, she's laughing at me. And
I
then
was laughing with
and
you.
then I look over here for support and I see laughing faces over here. And I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Y'all don't appreciate stuff when you get it. You don't appreciate anything. You hardly appreciate anything.
I think you nailed it. There's nothing that could top that in this moment right now. Like nothing.
Well, it is what it is. So, Jamie, it is
Let's
now
see.
your turn to
No,
play a tune.
really, I think that's it. I think that
Play any tune, and I'll guess it. I'll just guess it.
I can't when you're looking. I haven't practiced. You saw me open the kazoo for the first
Yeah,
time.
I know you. How long has it been since you've had one in your mouth?
20 years?
20 years. Okay.
I can't. It makes me laugh.
Why?
I don't know why.
Because I'm not laughing. There's nothing to laugh about. Louder. That was actually really good. That was Yankee Doodle.
Yeah.
That was Yankee Doodle, and that was wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you for
Now,
that.
you could take it to the next level.
Oh, God.
If you chose to.
I did it so that we could stop. You're,
Oh.
you're not going to stop.
You're not having fun with this?
I'm having so much fun. Go ahead. What do you got?
We'll make everyone guess it.
Okay. We're going to play Guess That Tune.
Thank you for those who are enjoying the
Oh.
kazoo. Guys, I do believe that either you're wrong or we are wrong. They're saying that I'm blowing on the wrong end.
You blow on the big end.
On this end, nothing
No, you
happens.
have to make the you have
guys.
to make the paper vibrate.
You make it vibrate from here. I'm so sorry to embarrass you all, but if over here you're having to suck it, you're not sucking it, you're blowing on it. Now you could suck it in, but you cannot hum by sucking. No, guys, I'm so sorry, but you're mistaken. This is the end that you blow on a kazoo. I may be losing it in a lot of ways, but I do know my kazoos. I know my kazoo. Okay. So you didn't like that?
It was impressive. It wasn't as good as the Star Spangled Banner, but it was still amazing.
Okay, so sometimes people prefer a faster tune. You ready for a fast tune? These are harder.
I'm not really
Fast
sure.
tunes are
I'm
harder.
not really sure where this is going.
You don't know that one?
I got nothing.
No one knows that one? No one knows that one. Thank you, LG. Jamie, how does LG know it and you don't?
I don't know.
Thank you, LG.
I had no idea though.
Thank you,
Maybe
LG.
it was the wind in my face.
Thank you, LG. Oh, now everyone's saying it. Now they're all saying it. Okay, well, it is what it is. So, yeah, today we got to, well, we know which one belongs to Jamie. We'll never confuse those. So, yeah, we've had some fun. I will say, out of the entire trip, we had some highs and we've had some lows with the horrible storms. I am just blessed. From what I can tell, no one in my area was hurt.
Yeah.
And it could have very easily turned. And then think about something. I talked about this in my video that while I was videoing, I got to the car and I was sitting in the car when the heavy rains came because the wind came before the rain did. And once the rain and the hail came, I was by that point safely in the car, if you can call it safe, because the hail was pelting the vehicle. And then think about all the projectiles. If there had been more of a tornado and you had circulating winds that would have begin to lift and throw things around, think about all of the projectiles, because that entire place is nothing but projectiles. It's like a grenade going off and all of the, what do they call it? The shrapnel. It would be like shrapnel just everywhere. And so, whoo.
Nancy, he means hail. He says hell.
Hell.
Hail.
We're not going to do that again, are we? I just played the kazoo.
You played it so well, actually. If there's a kazoo contest, I do feel like you would be a great contender.
Well, I have to make sure people can take it serious, because when no one takes it seriously and I have people over here screaming to stop, how fun is that?
It was pretty fun.
That's like going on stage at a comedy club and everyone booing you off. I mean, how can you continue to tell your jokes and impress people with your comedy if you're being booed off the stage, if you're throwing rotten fruits and all at you? And so that's how I feel. Everyone's saying, stop, you're making my dogs bark. Stop it.
It's not everyone.
No, well, most people wanted it to end, Jamie.
It was quite impressive. And he did see those yesterday in that surprise box. If you haven't watched the surprise box thing, that woman has a genius business, actually. And I told Lester that would be so fun to do, because you watch a surprise. You watch people get surprised. And then, what a brilliant thing. Like, go clearance shopping, go do whatever, put it in the box, think it's valued at XYZ.
Michelle Warren wants an encore. She wants an encore. Well, I'm taking one to the JL Ranch with me. I promise you that.
You can have both.
No, we'll leave one here when we play together.
Okay.
Go ahead. The surprise boxes. So here's the way that I see the surprise boxes. Let's hear your version first, and then I'll tell you the way I see it. And then we'll see if anyone would be brave enough to agree with me.
I think the surprise box is a genius business plan, and it offers a potentially instant gratification for the person who's running the business as well. So you get a full circle connection in addition to making money doing something. And if you're the person who does clearance shopping and does, close out things like that, you can make money doing that. And it is unique. And there was no other business that I saw at place today?
Hold on. Let's tell everybody, because I kind of want people to know how involved we actually are. We don't care about the dates, okay? We don't need the dates. But we went to that one place where they have those granaries. Magnolia. And we also went to a place where they had a lot of mattresses.
That was Round Top.
Round Top. Do you know the names of these big events?
It's Round Top Antique.
Round Top Antique, which is like world renowned, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, and okay, so that was a long drive. And then what about that Magnolia place? It was called
Magnolia's
something.
not a flea market, but yeah, it was just a shopping place. We went to Trader's Village.
Trader's Village. We've been to every resale shop, every flea market, everywhere.
It's something we find entertaining. Specifically me, I think that Lester does too, but he'll never admit it. But it was the first time that I had seen a business like that, where it is the whole thing. Like some people will have like mystery bags. They'll take their stuff that they can't sell. Like there was a t-shirt place that had those in addition to their normal stuff. So you knew her type of stuff. This entire business was sealed boxes. So you had no idea what caliber of items. You had no idea. And some would say kids, some would say adults, and some would just say dollar amounts. So you just didn't know. And for me, that was brilliant because it was so much surprising. You had no idea what to expect. All right, your turn.
Okay, so my take on the mystery box. I agree that I wanted to look into every one of them. I did. Because there's a mystery. There's things hiding in each box. But here's an example. The box that you chose, random, because it was a differently shaped box.
It spoke to me.
Okay, fine. The box spoke to you. And
People know what I mean when I say that.
It ended up being a box full of things that mostly things that you will and can use and that you do use, be it something crafty or artsy or just a decoration.
And gardening stuff. It was mostly gardening
stuff. There's a few things that's just going to be junk that we'll never use ever. So to you, it may have been worth the $25. But if I had opened the exact same box, knee pads, I don't need them. Why would I need knee pads? Why would I need fake vegetables or pumpkins? Why would I need those? You got 3 of them. That's great. Why would I need them? Why would I need little seed starters? I don't need seed starters. Why would I need a little wooden fake planter that's shaped like a watering
But it wasn't
device.
a guy box. So there were boxes there.
It never said woman.
No, but there were ones that did say men.
So that keeps guys like me from grabbing
A regular box.
Well,
Or maybe maybe there are men who are
what if I was a guy
shopping
who
for their family
Oh boy.
and have people that could use those things.
Well, bottom line is I think that each box is worth it depending on who.
Hold on.
I think it's all in the eyes of the beholder, because there are some boxes that may be worth the $25. And then there's some boxes that are not worth the $25. That's just my opinion. Or for any dollar amount, even if it was only $8. The box that we opened for $8, why would you need a mannequin? Well, I don't need a mannequin. I don't buy those for myself. Guys, I don't buy myself mannequins.
But you could get a box and share it.
But hold on, let's address the mannequin thing. I don't buy myself mannequins. I didn't buy myself Eugene.
No, but you found a purpose for them.
I do find
That's the point.
Oh, Lord. Well, I find a purpose for them. So as of right now, we have that sweet girl out in the garden playing Scarecrow.
Doing a great job.
We have Eugene's upper body who sits in the window at the JL Ranch, and I leave a light on with the blinds down. So it appears though there's someone sitting there watching TV. If anyone was to drive by or to walk up,
told the whole world.
These people would never do that.
Oh.
But if someone was to walk up from that rest stop trying to find something to steal, there's a guy in there watching TV.
Lester, they busted you. You looked at mannequins today.
I noticed there was a mannequin because it was just something that I thought it was like iRobot. She was all white.
Oh.
All white, like all white.
So you're saying the mystery game was not for guys. You wouldn't, if you did it on your own, you wouldn't have been as excited. That's what you're saying.
Well, no. If I would have opened it and there'd been like, let's say there had been a can of coffee. When?
How about a measuring tape?
Well, I mean, we have measuring tapes now, but an extra measuring tape, if it were more than 12 feet, when? We don't need a bunch of little 6 foot tapes or 9 foot tapes, but a 20-foot tape would be nice. But what I'm saying is, it's all in the eyes of the beholder, is what I'm trying to say.
It was really fun. I'm just saying that, like, for me,
Yes, a box of creamer. Thank you. I think you guys know where I'm going with this.
box cutters would have been fine.
Box cutters.
Like screwdriver.
Don't send any of these things.
No.
We have these, but what I'm saying is, some things I would find a value.
Flashlights. Anything like that. Like, I just started to think about, like, the genius behind the surprise thing and the variation of box sizes and what's in them, and like, and the fact that there were no indicators of what might possibly be in there was fun. And it was, for me, very worth it. I selected the great box, but it's like gambling, right? So, like, it's a gamble. And if you can't use the stuff in it, you can either give it right back to them if you wanted to, I suppose.
Yeah, like donate right back to the
Or
lady
you
who-
could give it to someone else that's walking by, or you could give it and use it as gifts for your family as well. But it was fun.
Yeah.
And I think that I would love to do something like that at some point in time. And maybe it's for, like, you know how the fire department has those silent auctions and things like that?
Yeah.
I think it would be fun to set up our own little, like, booth to be able to donate back and raise money for, like, if you were doing a fundraising event, the mystery boxes would be really fun.
I'm
Just
just
saying.
afraid how many people would be mad that they feel like they would have wasted their money had they got something that they did not want. So, anyways, everyone keeps saying Amazon has a mystery box.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you can go to Amazon and order a mystery box. And if you do that, Amazon can send you whatever they want to send you. I mean, that just seems like this is like Amazon, like $1 billion company. Why would they have that's just another way for Amazon to take money from us.
I had no idea.
That sounds like,
So
I
does Temu. Temu has one too.
oh,
I
no.
love me some Temu.
Well, I don't know.
See, it's not a waste if it's a fundraiser. I agree. I think it would be really fun. And I think that's what we will contribute next time to the fundraiser.
Hey, hand me that little package right there. Does that have your name on it? Or is it the one that we couldn't read?
That's
So-
the non-legible.
So we got this, and neither Jamie or myself can read it because it's been sun bleached or had gotten wet.
It
So,
looks sunny.
We don't know what it is,
It
but
could be something that I ordered, maybe, or it could be a
Oh.
gift.
well, there's hair all over this box cutter.
Shocker.
So I'm just gonna open this real
This is
fast.
our very own mystery package right here.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, I ordered that.
Oh.
You can show them.
I'm not gonna pull it out if you ordered it.
It's a dress.
Oh, Jamie
It's a
got
dress from Shein.
okay. Jamie got a dress machine. That's not where this live is going. It's more of a Tuesday kind of a thing.
Listen, it's just a cute little.
So the thing is that we've had this package for a couple of days,
We
and I
have.
didn't want to open it because I didn't know if it was for me.
And I was
didn't
like, if
wanna
it's a
open it.
gift, then. And then
Yeah.
we got busy.
Jamie will make a video. A lot of folks are asking what you got. I don't know if you want to show them exactly what you got or not, but I do
can't
know
show-
that.
I did find the plant. As I was walking out, carrying my snow cone in one hand, I got the plant, and I got an extra cutting to a different plant that fell off another one. And the lady, I was like, "Oh, what can I pay?" It was the last of any of them there, and she goes, "You can just have it." What a great day! Hold on.
Well, I will say that
This is what we got for Steph. You can show them that. Oh, here's your leftovers.
so I know that Jamie was working on her video as we were driving home. And so I know she has a really cool video tomorrow of her experience. I think that mine's going to be pretty good too.
I didn't show anybody in my video what I bought.
Oh, but I think that I took my drone up before all of the fireworks started as far as the storm goes.
These are the shoes I got for my grandbaby, and they have pearls on them, and they're adorable. And these were the only pair that I saw the whole day, which makes me feel very
Those are cute.
excited. I bought myself a shirt, which some people saw today already. It's just a very thin white shirt, and it is from a boutique called The Bad Little Country Girl, and it's got the frayed edges, and it was just a very very summery top. And the neat part is they had it on a little mannequin. Okay, help. And it had a little brooch down in the corner. So you tie it to the side and put it like that. And I will probably wear it with some cropped jeans. That's it. And then I got Stephanie a shirt.
That's good. I saw that.
Corks are for quitters.
Corks are for quitters.
And then, did I bring in those other few things? Oh, I got some popcorn. I did that on the live. I got 3 different kinds of kettle corn that had. Oh, do you want to try it?
No.
Oh, I think you should try one of them.
Well, I mean, okay, but
This one. This is the one you should. Actually, this one and this one. Both of those. The other one you won't like.
so cheddar. I'll go with the cheddar.
Hold on. It's cheddar melt.
What is that? What is the male part?
Eat it and tell me what you think it is.
Oh, I don't want to be grossed out.
You won't be grossed. It's delicious. I want you to
Melon?
No.
If it's like melon,
It's not melon. It's not
if
melon.
it's melon, I'm gonna be so mad at you. It's gonna have to put that in my mouth.
People saw me shop for that blouse and funded that blouse. Y'all bought me that blouse, so thank you very much. What do you think it is? And do you like it?
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would not eat this.
Oh, it's so good.
I would not sit around eating this. I would not.
It's caramel and
Huh?
cheese. Because caramel and cheese, so you get a sweet, salty.
Yeah, I don't like caramel, and you knew that, and you still made me eat it.
You don't even know what caramel tastes like because there's a lot of times that I order him something caramel and he's like, "This is so good." Because you know that caramel is just like burnt butter, right?
I did not know that because I like butter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna wrap that back up.
Butter and sugar. All right, try this one.
All right, this is maple bacon. The problem is I still have that cheddar taste in my mouth.
We'll take a drink. This one's good.
It's just that the maple is like kind of sugary.
Yeah.
If it were just bacon flavor, that would be good. You don't think so?
I think it's terrific.
Hmm.
The company that made these was a non-for-profit missionary that does addiction recovery. This is really awesome, and it's in the live that I had on my channel.
Well, I have.
And it's called Pop a Lot.
I have pretty plain taste buds, I would think, and I'm just not really one to try new things. And
Are you really mad? Are you struggling right now because you didn't like it that much?
No, I'm struggling because people are calling me a sourpuss in the comments, and I'm like, no,
he likes what he likes,
not my thing.
which happens to be these. This right here is Lester Morrow's cup of tea, and I bought them on our road trip, and he chose to not eat them because he was full.
Well, I didn't want to stuff myself. I don't like to drive and be stuffed. And we had if it were a short drive, I can do that. I didn't want to do a long drive and be stuffed.
True.
And so it was a long drive.
So he saved it for later.
Yeah.
That'll be like post nighttime concoction.
And
probably.
then I will say that, so one of the neat things about going to this place was the food courts, and they had multiple food courts.
Yeah.
But you know that they're still doing the little bags of Fritos. They turn them, well, a small bag would probably be cut. They cut it here, and they put stuff in on top of it. But I saw people walking around eating them.
He was so excited.
Yes, I thought Frito pie. You've all had Frito pie. It's one of my favorite things to eat.
They probably have not all had it because I didn't have it till you.
Okay.
I never had Frito pie.
If you don't know, Frito pie is made with a bag of Fritos, and then sometimes they'll put chili, like Wolf brand chili, Hormel chili, whatever. They put chili on top. They'll put some melted cheese. You can put all kinds of things. If you like sour cream or if you like onions, you can mix it up however you want to. Some folks will put lettuce, and you can pretty much make yourself what they call Frito pie. And that's something, yes. So some folks call it a walking taco. Francis, thank you so very much. Yes, a walking taco. So I walk up to the counter. I waited in quite the line to get up there to get me a Frito pie. And they come to find out they don't put chili in theirs. And I'm like, it's not really Frito pie. Everything else, they'll put cheese, they'll put lettuce, everything
they
else.
put ground beef in there. So they had seasoned ground beef, but it wasn't chili seasoned.
Yeah, so it really wasn't what I wanted. And that kind of ruined me for as far as the food court goes. I ended up getting fried okra, a side order. I ate double side order.
That's what he wanted.
Of fried okra. Now that was delicious. The fried okra was wonderful. But
I could have eaten like so many things, but I got so busy and so short on time that I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to slow down to wait in line to eat like that. We were short on time. So next time I will plan my food out accordingly. And I think so she said that there were other places that did have what you were looking for, but she couldn't remember where they were.
Well, she wouldn't tell us, but she wanted our business.
That's true.
So here's what we discovered about this place. Now, for the 24,000 steps that Jamie has put in today, 22,000 steps, she was still not able to cover the entirety of all of the places. And then, according to Jamie's map, I will say that she, not me, but she probably covered half of it. But there's still so many more things that she was not able to see. But there's also multiple entrances to this place. Yeah. So I don't know how many I counted, but as I was driving around, I saw multiple ways to enter. And so what we think that we'll do if we ever go back, and I'm sure we will, not anytime soon, but when we go back, we'll probably go in a different entrance.
Yeah.
And that way we'll park closer to the sides of the place you've not gone to yet. But in all honesty, they kind of have a rule of thumb that if you're going to go there and if you want to see everything, you need 3 days. It takes you 3 days to be able to casually, without having a brisk walk, casually walk and visit and see all of the shops that are there.
I could have probably done it in one if the storm didn't happen. And if
we had to leave and drive back also.
That's true. Actually, it would have had to been 2 because all of those tents and things on the outside were actually torn down today.
Yeah, you couldn't go out there. There were so many things that were flooded.
That was so sad, though. I did not capture that on my video. That was in your live and a little bit in my live, that things were like strewn everywhere and flooded and taken, and you could it was wild. But the next time I go, I would like to start on the tent side because that was like, even though the rest of it was super fun to see and everything like that, I want to look through people's junk. That is like a dream, to just walk through all of those little tents and stands and all their stuff that they brought they think that someone will find value in. Like that for me, oh, that was amazing and so fun. And that part will be that'll be my next time.
Yeah. Well,
but I'll say we probably won't go back till the fall.
Yeah. Now it got really crowded once the church crowd was released from church, once they were dismissed from church. I don't know why church people all rushed over but I saw church type people who were there. You can tell. And they filled up the place. How crazy. No one really got it going till that. But what I was saying about bringing up the point of it,
I'm sorry,
is that there were multiple food courts.
Yes.
So when we first got there, we discovered one food court and there was probably 10, 12, 15 vendors. Mm-hmm. And they had all kinds of a variety of things to eat. So we assumed that was the food court. And so it wasn't until later when we got to walking around, driving around, further around, that we discovered an entirely new food court in a different section of the flea market. And once again, different vendors, some in trailers, some in fixed structures. So it was really neat. It was a really neat experience. So I'm happy to have seen it. I know that my sister-in-law, Lou, that's Uncle Dan's wife, they used to go there a lot. Uncle Dan got tired of going because of all the walking. And so now the last few times whenever Lou goes, she'll go with her girlfriends. And then they end up having a good time. But if you guys don't know this, I'm Jamie's best friend. I'm also her girlfriend. I'm kind of her everything.
I said
friend.
that today on the way back. I was like, thanks
It's
for being
true.
my girlfriend this weekend, and
Yeah.
and my partner and my
Yeah.
taxi driver, and all
Yeah.
of the parts, because he
Yeah.
played every part this weekend.
Yeah, it was free getting in. Hey, you talk for a minute. I want to find something cute that happened.
Yeah, so there's no charge to get in. There is charge for parking if you park in their lots. There's not really any other place to park in the town, and the cheapest parking was $5, and you could go up to $20. $5 was still very close, depending upon when you got there. There are several hotels in town. They're like Motel 6, I think I saw, and a Best Western, but there's also like Airbnbs, and then there's a ton of RV lots. A lot of people bring their RVs. There's a lot of people that come to this place. It happens once a month, as I understand, and it is the weekend before the first Monday, and it happens Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the whole town's economy is built on this event. So it's a big deal for them. It's about like an hour outside of Dallas is what I think I calculated.
Yeah, no, we don't have to drive as far as Dallas,
No.
but we know it's close to Dallas. It's in
Yeah.
the same vicinity.
I was just looking at it like where it is. It was so fun. It was the most gigantic thing I've ever been to. I can't wait to go back because it's my jam. I know that
Sherry
he never
says
needs to go back.
There's also little cabins that we found. Those
Oh, yeah.
cabins that you could rent little cabins, which is true.
One of the neatest things that happened today while we were on a live.
Hold
though.
on, I'm
Oh, you're.
doing a screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Jeez, Jamie.
I'm so sorry. I feel like we got there right when it opened, and it felt like we had the place to ourselves this morning. And that for me was like kind of heavenly, because people were just like opening up their booths, and you didn't have to wait in line for anything, and you could browse without like anybody else browsing.
Now the problem is there were some booths that were
There were
still
many
closed.
that were still closed. That
So
opened
getting
a
there
little bit
that
later.
early was wonderful. They were allowing us to go up and park, but not everyone was open yet, and
That's
that's why people weren't showing up yet.
That's true. So there were several that just sort of dawdled probably and didn't get in there to be able to open up first thing in the morning, because they know it's not busy on Sunday mornings. When I did like some research around that, they say that going on a Thursday or Sunday morning are the best times any time of year, but that it is crazy busy from October to December. Like you can't hardly walk. If you go on a Saturday, you should expect insane crowds because everybody's doing their Christmas shopping. And I got to thinking about it. You could do 100% of your Christmas shopping there. You wouldn't need to go anywhere else. It's unbelievable, a variety and array of things. What I talked about a little bit in my live was that what I loved about it the most is that these were all small businesses. Every one of them were real people who brought their business here to share with people who gathered. There's a really neat history. I'm sure that Lester talked about it or put it in a video as well. But the history of the event goes way, way, way back, and there's some why behind it. But today it is real people who this is their business, and they show up there to be able to sell, show off, educate, all of the above, and it's everything you could ever imagine. Everything, homemade to boutique style things to resale to, and what was neat about it, I didn't bring in my map, it is organized by what it is. The actual whole event, like they have something called Antique Alley, which is the part where I want to start next time. They also have like food, now that we got a map and realized there was like food here and food here. And then there were like rustic, and I forgot some of the other things. There was another live field, which is where all the plants and things were. It was really awesome. And now I'm fearful that all other flea markets are going to disappoint.
They're never going to live up to your standards now.
Because there's other ones that I have on my list, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait till September. they don't have garage sales and auctions around here that I have found, or estate sales like they did back home. And I forgot how much those things brought me joy. I don't go to buy, as you can see, I bought a few things today. I don't go to like go massive shop, bring stuff home, spend a lot of money. It is the event. It is the look. It's the search. It's the learning. It is the interactions. It's people watching. It's eating different food. Like all of those things are things that I love.
And I also think that you just kind of like getting out of the house every once in a while.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Jamie likes to get out of the house every once in a while. I'm kind of a homebody, and there's nothing
wrong with either side of that.
Yeah, there's so many different kinds of people out there, and so fine. So before I start this, let me minimize it for a second. Jamie almost said it, but
I didn't notice what you're doing. I'm so sorry.
Along with the kazoos from yesterday, this was my highlight of Saturday. But my highlight of today, and Jamie, I think, agrees,
Yes.
This was a really magical moment. And give us a couple of minutes to watch this together.
I've been watching you.
Y'all are stalking us?
I'm Libby. I've watched you for 5 years. When I saw you come alive this morning.
Hey, little man, come give me some love. Come here. How you doing? You know who I am? Oh my God! Do you know any of my animals? Do you know any of my animals?
I do.
No, you do not.
I do.
All right, if you are as smart as you think you are, name one animal.
Tex.
You know Tex?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on a minute. Do you know Ringo?
Yeah.
Is Ringo a pig or is Ringo a goat?
Ringo's a goat.
How do you know all this stuff? You,
Because I watch you.
you watch videos?
Yeah.
And your mom has a shirt that says from suits to boots?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried about something. How come she does not have a Longhorn Leicester shirt? Ah! I'm gonna forward it to the end.
awesome.
Take a picture.
Hi, honey. I hope you're still watching. I left you on the big screen TV.
Hold on, honey. Meaning, he's not like some big buff guy, is he?
No, sir.
Why is this guy want to be on video so bad?
He's so excited. He was jumping up and down. Let's go see Lester.
How did you ever think you might would find? Oh.
The town loves
And
it.
then we get a picture at the end.
Oh.
Got it. Huh? Wait, it'll be a little bigger. How do you want to be in the middle?
Come on.
This is funny. So Jamie, switch out with me.
Wait. Okay.
Come in the middle.
Wait.
Where are you going?
Here, come here. Come in. He just wants to hug Lester is all.
Hold on. This has to be a video. We gotta get a video of this. Where's that? I need
There we
that.
go.
They are so good.
That's the
Thank
funny
you.
thing. I have it on my video.
A picture on Facebook today. That
Oh, I
picture.
did not know that.
And I said, who does this little guy, who does Scotty remind you of? And everybody, I mean everybody.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Little Chris,
because as soon as we walked away, I looked at Lester. I was like, little Chris has a doppelganger, and he's 6 years old, and his name is Scotty.
Yeah.
To the T.
And then I don't know if you want to talk about it, or I don't guess it's okay if we do, but she had an amazing story. You want to talk a little bit about that, or are you going to wait till a day you can cry?
I'm gonna wait till Timeout Tuesday to tell that
Okay.
story. I have not asked her permission to tell that story.
Okay.
So I will message her. She tagged me on Facebook, and I will message her and ask if I can share a piece of her story.
It's just really nice.
But I
to
cried
get
right in
out.
the middle of that. I cried in the middle of all of that today with her. So
Yeah, it's just nice to get out and see people that get such a blessing from your videos. And then when you get to hear other people's stories like hers or so many others, be it through an email or even here in the comments, it's just nice to know that it kind of like validates everything.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes you feel like you are fulfilling your purpose. And that's been one of the things that I've struggled with the most. I've talked about this so many times with not teaching, not coaching, not driving a bus. You know, you feel like I'm too young to be retired. But even though we spend so many hours a day working with the animals and making the videos, it's beautiful to see there's people who get a lot out of those. And then to see that little guy jumping around and so excited and just, it's Lester. And if you noticed, when he walked up, he had his phone out because they were watching our live
To find us.
And she, being from Canton, she kind of knows the layout. And so she realized from our live which building we were in. And sure enough, there we were. And that little boy was so darn excited. And he's a cute little fella.
That made everything so worth it, y'all.
I quizzed him. I gave him a little quiz because, that's the teacher in me. I had to quiz him. And he got everything right.
Oh,
so.
It was adorable. It was adorable. But walking down an empty space where Lester's in a scooter and he's videoing and hear another woman say Jamie, all I thought was, we're getting kicked out. Lester's scooter, because 5 minutes before that, Lester took the scooter down a ramp that he was not allowed to do and was on 2 wheels. 2. And bottomed out that scooter. And I was like, oh God, we're getting kicked out. And then I hear my name and I look up and it's a lady who's wearing a Suits to Boots shirt. And I was like,
oh, thank you, God. Yeah, I did tell Scotty I would make another kid video. And this time we would focus on Roman.
yes.
Because Roman is his favorite of all of the animals.
I think that's awesome. I'm so excited.
Oh boy, we'll see. I'll have to get on that. Scotty, if you're watching, I will have to get on that, okay? Lester promises. Just give me some time. I got to build a fence for Jake first. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should do this for Scotty. This is
I was like, maybe you
that'll
should,
be a lot
maybe
more
you should
fun.
say like, sorry, Jake.
Working for Scotty will be a whole lot more
build a
fun than
fence, gotta
working
make
for
a
Jake.
video for Scotty. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Well, you do know how long we've been on here tonight.
I do, and it has been a very long day. We left home very early this morning, 4-ish o'clock. Oh my gosh.
There's only one way that people probably want to say, go ahead and get off of here. If we I hear where you're going with that one. So here's what I think you're doing wrong, though. You have to really bring it from here and push it out. You got it, because you're just kind of like push it. Like,
I broke my.
it sounds a little bit like like a scratchy record player.
I broke my. I think my kazoo broke.
Oh no! Wait, you're saying that on your? Oh, you can borrow mine.
No, it's okay. I don't want to get lipstick
broke.
on yours. It's fine.
Well, hey, Libby and Scotty are actually on here.
Aww.
Scotty, this is for you. Something like that. Okay. All right. Is that good enough?
Y'all, thanks so much for joining us tonight on Sanctuary Sunday. We love you so very much. Thanks to Libby and Scotty for coming to greet us today. It made our entire weekend and made that trip so much worth it. We love you all. We hope you stay well, that you stay safe, and we will catch you on the next video.
Big videos tomorrow. You can see all of our storm video.
Huge videos tomorrow. Huge. Please
Thank
watch.
you all for watching. We're going to go ahead and end the video tonight where we started it with our new I'm a Survivor theme song. Thank you all for watching, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Down in Texas where the sun runs high, there's a place where hearts and spirits fly. I'm a survivor stands for all who've been through. A second chance, a promise, pure and true. They take the broken, the battered, the lost, love without measure, no counting the cost. Every hoof and paw gets the life it deserves, a pasture of hope where kindness curves. We're all survivors of something you see, bound by the winds of destiny. Together we heal, together we thrive, and I'm a survivor. We're keeping dreaming. at the break of dawn. Life rolls on, the pain is gone. Each animal here gets its own sweet song. A family where all the broken belong. Stretching fences and wide open skies, where love's the language that never lies. Each soul that walks through those gates of grace finds a home, a heart, a safe new space. We're all survivors of something you see, bound by the winds of destiny. Together we heal, together we thrive. And I'm a survivor, we're keeping dreams alive. The rooster crows at the break of dawn. Life rolls on, the pain is gone. Each animal here gets its own sweet song. A family where all the broken belong. We're all survivors of something you see, bound by the winds of destiny. Together we heal, together we thrive. And I'm a survivor, we're keeping dreams alive. Dreams alive. We're all a survivor, we're keeping dreams